your girl Clarissa Lachey, aka Unapologetic Shade. Welcome to my YouTube channel, baby. Okay, in this video, I'm going to be discussing tips on how you can cut people off and stop letting them use you. Okay, setting boundaries. That's something that I have talked about repeatedly because it's something that I've always struggled with, and it's something that, like, if I talk about it enough, I'm gonna like get the chemical formula to just be able to do this shit consistently. Okay. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to set appropriate boundaries and why setting boundaries is important, okay? So, I don't know if you guys heard this saying before or heard of something similar to this, but things that are given too freely are often taken advantage of the most. When things are in excess to you, you tend to take advantage of it because it's like that's your norm, like that's something that you expect to happen. So until that something was to run out, you're not thinking twice about it, you're not even caring so much about it, putting so much emphasis or attention in it because it's so much of it. It is when we are in scarcity. It's when we lack something that we're paying attention to. For instance, if you ain't got a whole lot of money, you're always thinking about money. You're thinking about how to make more money. You're always thinking about ways money can influence your life or how it has influenced and affected your life. If you feel like you ain't got a lot of money, you're like, oh, I ain't got no money. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. Love. Let's say everybody's always doting over you. You just get a lot of compliments. So much to the point where you don't even care so much about the compliments because it's the expectations that you now have. So you don't have to think about someone complimenting you because you're already expecting it to happen. It's when those compliments stop that you start to realize, hey, I didn't get my compliment today. Like, I'm running out, like, no one even acknowledged me. No one even called me a bad bitch. Right. When you stop hearing those compliments is when you will notice the difference, right? So that is my point. Things that are given to you so freely are often taken advantage of the most, and that is how people work. Whether it's your friends, whether it's your family, whether it's a love interest, your colleagues, your acquaintances, there is a level of expectation that we have from all these people, different sources, right? And along with those expectations, we tend to place values on these people based off of where we label them and what category they fall in. So when it gets to a point where the people that you are giving most of your time and energy to, and the people and things that you really used to enjoy is making you feel resentful, like you are developing some level of hatred there, makes you feel irrational, makes you feel used, makes you feel disrespected, undervalued, underappreciated, makes you feel drained, like you ain't got no energy left, all of that. It's time to start setting boundaries. When you start to feel imbalanced, like the energy's not being reciprocated, when you start paying more attention to these areas. And so once you get to the point where you feel like this friend has crossed several lines with you because you keep moving the line backward, that is when you need to start to analyze the situation. Okay, I noticed that my energy feels really drained around this person. I noticed that this person tends to waste a lot of my time. I noticed that this person weighs on my patience, child. I know that this person's costing me money, okay? This person is taking all of my love from me. Whoo, child. One thing that I don't play with is my money, my time, my energy, child, my patience, and my love. Those are the things I don't play with. And those are the things that I'm going to always be more so hyper-focused on when it comes to my interactions with other people, right? Interactions with others, okay? How well is my time being spent in this area? How well is my energy being used in this area? Is this something that I am patient? Like, can I, like, wait? Do I look forward to this interaction even taking place? How well is this thing weighing on my patience, right? Money. Is this investment costing me a lot of money? Am I getting an equal return? Am I putting more money into this than I'm receiving? Why am I putting money into this? What am I really getting back in return? Love. Am I pouring more into this person than they're pouring into me? Am I showing this person more affection than they're showing to me? Is the gratitude there? Does this person appreciate me? These are things that you have to constantly analyze when you're having interactions, because people's energy tends to intertwine just being in the same room. There's always going to be a transfer of energy when you're around someone, especially for an extended amount of time. You want to be able to make sure that you're getting a fair return, because literally anything that you do in this life with others is going to be an interaction. You're getting something from it, whether it's quick gratification, whether it's some type of compensation, you're getting something from it. It's when, again, like it becomes an imbalance where you start to pay attention into how you're really feeling around this person. The reason why I bring this up is because in order for you to draw or redefine the boundary, you have to understand what the fuck went wrong to begin with. Where did this person have you fucked up at? Where did this person start to take advantage of you at? Where did this person cross the line at? Where did this person lose their goddamn mind at? Okay, we gotta like analyze the situation. We gotta understand why X plus Y equals Z. Okay, we gotta understand the angles of an obtuse triangle. Why is there two acute angles in an obtuse triangle? Why can't a right triangle ever have equal sides? Anyways, we gotta figure it out. When you analyze it, you come to a conclusion, or you can at least get to a point where it's like, okay, this is how I feel and this is how I want to feel. Where can I meet where I'm feeling satisfied, right? What do I need to take out? What do I need to add to this equation for me to feel more balanced? That is how you redefine the line. Now, in order for you to redefine the line and the person knows that that line has been redefined, you have to have that conversation with that person. Let them know. You got to be open. Not everyone likes to be blunt. Not everyone likes to be very direct, straightforward. Some people like to serve things with some icing and some sugar on top. That is fine. Whatever approach works for you, use it. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable communicating and vocalizing your boundaries and your respect, do that, because people treat you how you allow them to. You teach people how to treat you respectfully. And if you are refusing to teach people to do just that, they're going to take advantage of you and do what they will until you establish some set and firm boundaries. And however you want to communicate that, it's up to you. If you want to be very passive, like, as long as that communication is being clearly sent to the receiver, you have to know that whether it's passive or if it's straight up direct, they're still gonna have a response to it, because people get comfortable, right? We get comfortable in how we teach people, we get comfortable how we treat people, we get comfortable being around people, we get comfortable in our environment. And when there's a sudden change in direction of energy, you take notice, and sometimes it is uncomfortable when change happens, right? So you're going to receive some type of response, whether you send a message passively or directly, okay? And that's something that you have to be comfortable with, because if you want change, you have to be that change. You have to vocalize how you feel, especially if you feel like your energy is being taken out and is not being replenished. So when it comes to setting boundaries, specifically, it is going to be tailored to the person that you are dealing with, because as I mentioned previously, we tend to place people in subcategories, and we tend to level their level of importance based off of how we feel about them, and also what values they have, or what values and expectations we place onto them. So if you're dealing with your boo thing, and your boo thing is over here playing with you, they playing with your time and your energy, they over here telling you one thing, gaslighting you, make you feel one thing and not the other, and you know what the fuck is going on, but they trying to sit here and play like you don't know, like they playing with your intelligence. That is when you gotta pull the plug immediately. Once you come to the situation, right? Because if you play into their little mind games, they've already planned this out while you just catching up. So it could be a good chance that you get lost in the sauce. So what you do is you cut it. You cut it. As soon as you wake up, you realize that this person is gaslighting me, this person is manipulating me, this person is not giving me what needs to be given. It's time to rectify the situation. They're playing with your time. They're telling you that they're going to be here one time and they're not here until 2-3 hours later. Okay, cancel the plans. You don't wait for them. Because that's when you allow people to play with your time, that's exactly what they're gonna keep doing. Let's say you got a homegirl, every time you talking on the phone with her, she's taking your energy because she's always in a bad mood, she's upset, something's going wrong in her life. She don't ever call you on a good day. The bitch always wanna call you when she in distress, that she got issues and problems, because she know that you her go-to person, you can help her get out of that funk. But when she doing good, she don't even call and check on you. But so every time you talk to her, you feeling more drained than before you talk to her. You feeling hella mad, you feeling pissed off, you feeling angry. All of that energy that she was having, you now have it because you done took her energy and placed it with yours and gave her your energy. Now she's feeling good about herself because she got to get her shit off, and you just listen and absorb all the negative energy that she's going through. Yeah, your energy is being sucked the fuck up. So you know what you need to do? You need to put a plug in the hole and stop that shit immediately. You gotta stop answering the phone for this person, right? This person's always calling you in distress. Look, girl, I only got 5 minutes to talk. You ain't even gotta do all that. Let the call go to voicemail. Let it ring to voicemail. And then if she called back, you can don't even answer it. You call her back 10 minutes later and say, hey girl, I saw you called me, what's going on? She started boo-hooing. You listen, okay, you about 2 minutes and you ain't really got to say a word or two. This is what you do. Girl, let me give you a call back, my mom on the other line. You can lie. You can be direct. You be like, girl, hold on, I'm gonna have to call you back later. You don't even gotta do the whole rundown. Let's say somebody always asking you for money. Girl, can you please just send me an extra $20? Are you her mama? Is she your child? Why? People who get comfortable asking for money then ask you for money plenty of times before, and it's not until they get to that level of comfort where they start asking you for money that they know they can't even afford to pay back. That's a different level of disrespect. That's a different level of boundary being crossed, because you asking me for money that you know you can't afford to pay me back. No shade, no tea, but girl. So typically when people get to that comfort level with you of asking to borrow money, they done use the foot in the door method. If you don't know what the foot in the door method is, when someone starts off with a small request and they request slowly start to get bigger based off of your level of boundaries that you set with them. If you let somebody borrow $50 and they ain't pay you back for 2 months, and then they turn around and ask you to borrow another $50 and you give them that same money, and then they don't pay you back for another 2-3 months this time, and then they turn around and ask you for $100 and you continue to give them money, yeah. Accountability needs to be taken on both parts, but respect and trust is definitely being fluctuated on both ends, because you're going to start building resentment from the person who's stuck in your pockets dry, because anybody who's taking money from you, you're going to have a problem with. That's why you don't mix business with pleasure, child. You don't mix business with pleasure, and you don't want nobody in your pockets to, like, no friends, no family, nobody should be that close to your pockets to where they feel comfortable asking you for money. So those are just some examples that I use when it comes to like analyzing the situation, redefining boundaries, and communicating that. So when you're dealing with anyone, whether it's a lover, a friend, or a family member, you need to know when that line is being drawn. You need to analyze the situation. Are you receiving any energy or reciprocation in return? No? Okay, time to cut it off. So yeah, hopefully this video wasn't too long, but your girl likes to talk a lot and I'll be trying to get straight to the point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it was. So yeah, I do like to share advice and tips, especially when it comes to mental health, especially when it comes to personal growth, spiritual growth, because we all are in this thing together. We all experience similar things in different forms, and if I can help one person, you can help the next person. It's just like a trickle effect, because we gotta be there for each other. We gotta be our people, and sometimes we gotta have the back of our neighbor. And so if you know someone who is being taken advantage of, you know someone whose time is being played with, you know someone whose energy is being sucked dry, and his pockets is being ran dry, send them this video and let them know it's time to analyze, reevaluate that situation, redefine your boundaries, and cut it off. Cut the source off, plug the hole up, let that person know it ain't happening. And yeah, send this video, like, subscribe, comment. Stay tuned for next week. I got some more shit dropped out. I don't know drop next week, but I'm gonna drop some more shit. Okay, it's your girl Clarissa Lachey, aka Unapologetic Shay. Welcome to my YouTube channel, baby.